Are you moving to Cave Spring and want to know the cost of living in 2020?
Stay tuned and we'll tell you all about it. Hey and welcome. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Hal Cohn.
And I'm Chris Cohn. We're with Cohn Realty Group.
If this happens to be your first time to our channel, please make sure that you click the subscribe button as well as a little bell icon to make sure that you're going to be notified each and every time that we release a new video to tell you all about living, working, and playing in the amazing Roanoke Valley.
That's right. We have folks constantly contacting us saying that they want to move to or within Roanoke, Salem, and Botetourt. We love helping these folks, and it is just such a pleasure. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Let's answer all those questions and see how we can help out. Just send us an email, shoot us a text, or you can even give us a call. We are available for you.
Yeah, and we are available right now. So call us, text us, email us, and we will have your back and take care of you. We'll see you soon. So we are in a neighborhood here in Cave Spring, Virginia. Great area of the Roanoke Valley to live in. We are going to bring to you today the cost of living here in Cave Spring, Virginia proper.
Yeah, and really, again, like he said, great place to live and consider. Make sure it's on your list if you're moving to or within Salem, Roanoke, Botetourt. Have Cave Spring on that list to research more, and check out our other YouTube videos that we have, especially that pros and cons one of living in Cave Spring. It'll help give you a good idea of the neighborhood that you want to live in. But today what we're going to really dig into are those numbers and what it's like to live here, the cost of living.
The good news is you're going to be happy about the fact that it's 3% lower than the national average.
Right.
So hopefully when you move here or when you move within the area, you are going to be saving some money. And we're going to dig into some nitty-gritty nuts and bolts, more specifics for you here in the video here momentarily.
And one thing I love that we have to mention is the livability score here in Cave Spring.
Livability score for Cave Spring is gonna blow your mind. We're number 86 out of 100 is the livability score on that index.
That's a phenomenal rating.
I think it's right there in the excellent range.
Yes.
On niche.com. And then with that, it ranks it as the number three city in the state of Virginia for spots to live.
Wow.
So 3% lower than national average for cost of living.
Yeah.
And then number 3 city to live in the state of Virginia.
Can't beat that. Okay, so we talked about digging into the cost of living, but let me tell you a little bit more about that index. It actually is comprised of 6 categories, including goods and services, groceries, healthcare and housing, also transportation and utilities.
We're gonna dive into each one of those for you right now. So let's talk about goods and services, where we are 7% lower than the national average. And you're gonna give us an example, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different examples here, one of which is the beauty salon, and let's be real, depending on what service you have, it's gonna really vary. But as an example, if you were going to a movie here in Cave Spring, it would come in at about $9.90 or so, versus the national average is a little over 10. So
yeah, so with that, you're 7% lower. And also, I mean, you've got lots of amenities here.
Yes.
You've got things to do. That's one of the things is like goods and services are going to encapsulate a lot of the things that you're going to do on a daily basis as far as getting out of the house and doing other things in the community. So let's talk about eating.
Yeah, groceries.
From my sign language days when our kids were itty bitty and we used sign language with them. So
That's right.
we're talking about groceries, and groceries are going to be about 13% lower than the national average here in Cave Spring, Virginia.
That's a big difference.
That is a big difference.
So you're looking at, just as an example, ground beef here is going to run you about $3.24. And when we're talking about groceries, there's a lot of opportunities and options for you to get your groceries. There's Kroger, there's some natural food stores, and
you got Earth Fare that's come into the town. You've got Fresh Market. And then one of the things that we love is that in Salem, in Botetourt, and downtown Roanoke, you've got markets. You've got farmers markets where people bring the food that they've grown on their farms in the region. And it can be meat, it can be cheeses, it can be fruits and veggies.
Yes.
So you've got a plethora of options when it comes to the type of groceries that you bring home each day in the weekend. Oh, and let's not forget Charlie Counts, our boy who goes down to Topsail every week and brings back fresh seafood at the beginning of the week. So that's an option for you too.
And Roanoke County has a farmers market as well as some of the smaller municipalities like Town of Benton.
So everybody is gonna have some bumps and bruises and need to see the doctor, have access to healthcare. And so when you're looking at healthcare costs here in Cave Spring, Virginia, in South Roanoke County, then you're looking at basically it's about the same as you would see anywhere else on the national front.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about going to the doctor, it would be about $98 a visit. That's just a pretty good average number. But let's talk about what are the facilities that you have here available to you for healthcare.
Yeah, you got access to 2 hospitals. You got Lewis Gale and Carilion, and then both of them also have like urgent care facilities in the area. And over here in Cave Spring, you've got 2 urgent care facilities, one from Lewis Gale and one from Carilion that you've got access to. And then you've also got doctors, dentists, and all those things that are here in the area for you also.
Very convenient.
So we are, like we said, we're in a neighborhood today bringing you cost of living index information. And as you've probably been able to tell, there's a variety of houses here. We also got another video. It was a vlog tour of Cave Spring. They went to multiple neighborhoods as well. So you can get a feel for the neighborhoods, the style of homes, that type of thing as far as like what you're gonna get for what you're gonna pay here.
Yes.
And when you're looking at what you're gonna pay, we are about 5% higher than the national average, but it's still not astronomical, is it?
No, when you're talking about an average home price here in Cave Spring, you're looking at about $230,000. And what I like is there is a variety of styles. We talk about this on some of the other videos, and you can see that in that one vlog tour. That was really neat. But there's some older neighborhoods with some ranches and split levels, lots of split levels. There's also some newer developments and some new construction that you can find. So there's a little bit of something for everyone here, depending on what kind of housing style you like.
Yeah, you can get it with a basement, without a basement, you name it, you are gonna have options to meet your needs. So let's talk about transportation costs.
As we pass a car.
Yeah, as we pass a car, a perfect timing. Could have done that if we were planning it, right? So anyways, we are about 9% lower as far as transportation costs go. And transportation, you know, it's like you're gonna have to have gas for vehicles, right? That's probably the main thing that people are gonna worry about.
Yeah, and we're averaging, again, this fluctuates, and it fluctuates depending on where you go to fill up, right? I know you like to go around to different spots and find the best price.
Yeah, I have to drive across town to BJ's is the best price. Just
that's a good tip.
Insider tip.
Yeah, there you go. So gasoline here is going to run you about $2.43 a gallon on average. But what I like is the different modes of transportation you can choose from. To be kind of a mid-sized city, we have a lot of options. We have the bus. We have one of my personal favorites, the trolley, which we love to go on with
which
the
is
kids.
Downtown Roanoke. That's not in Cave Spring proper, so
correct.
we will preface it that way.
Yes, thank you for that. And it does have, the trolley is a free system, transportation system, and you can shuttle all around downtown and the South Roanoke area, so it's a really neat option. But what else do we have in the way of mass transit? Like
we got the Amtrak, which is not local transportation like you have in some of the big metropolitan areas, but it'll get you from here to DC in about 4 or 5 hours. You can chill out, relax, have some Wi-Fi, do some work if you want to, and then you can be in the city in DC in no time flat. And you also you got airplanes.
Right.
So we do have an airport.
Airport.
And from Cave Spring, it's not that far of a drive. It's probably 15-20 minutes max to the airport. And our running joke is always, you can get anywhere in 20 minutes in the Roanoke Valley. So if you have a home, you're gonna want HVAC, you're gonna want electricity, you're gonna want gas in the winter for your gas logs and for your heat. So with that, you know, we're about 2% higher than the national average for utilities.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not much to say here. You gotta have utilities, but we will say that it's very nice and convenient that you have everything here, and it's very convenient and dependable. The further out you go, there's a lot of rural areas in the Roanoke Valley, and you may not have as quite the convenience and the dependability. So right here in Cave Spring, you've got that covered.
Yeah, you've got access to internet, you got access to phone, electricity, natural gas, and then even some of the rural areas are starting to get to the point where they've got fiber optics. Some grants that have come through. They've already got fiber optic out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they're like 20 miles out in the woods per se, and they got fiber optic, which is pretty cool. So that's an advantage for them. But Cave Spring, super convenient for what you need to get things done. All right, I'm gonna say bam, and that's a wrap today. Thanks for tuning in to the Call cost of living in Cave Spring, Virginia today with us.
Yeah, we hope you've learned something from this. If you'd like to check out more about Cave Spring, look at our other videos and also give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email. We would always love to have a conversation about this great place that we live in.
Like Chris said, you can call us right now. Our number's gonna be in the comments section. Our Zoom call calendar link's gonna be in the comment section.
That's so easy.
And
Make it easy
then
for you.
you've also got, if you just want to stay in touch, just kind of like, oh, we don't want to forget Chris and Hal and Roanoke, you can get contacted by us 2 times a month via our email newsletter, and the link to do that is going to be in the comment section as well. So make sure that you use one of those 3 ways to continue to communicate with us, and also make sure you subscribe and hit the notification icon.
I'd love to hear from you.
See you soon.
Bye.